This is the brand new Galaxy Watch 9, or should I call it the updated Galaxy Watch 8? This is really honestly indistinguishable on the outside from the Galaxy Watch 8. So what is actually different about this? And is it worth upgrading? Should you buy this one, or should you save a couple bucks and get the previous generation Galaxy Watch 8? Like I said, the hardware on the outside is absolutely identical. You really can't tell a difference in these, in my opinion. But there are some differences. The first main difference is going to be on the inside. So this does, as we have had in the past, come in two different sizes, 40 and 44 millimeters. We now have a 20% larger battery on the inside. So we should be getting a slightly larger battery life, but with that, keep in mind that is going to take slightly longer to recharge the watch because we do still have the same charging tech on here, but you're looking at 445 milliamp hours in the 44 millimeter and 390 milliamp hours in the 40 millimeter device. This also has been upgraded to the Snapdragon Wear Elite chip on the inside, which should be a little bit more efficient, should be a little bit more powerful based on my testing here. So let's compare the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 to the Galaxy Watch Ultra from last year. Same differences in the chips. You'll see the speed difference is kind of not that significant, at least not in my experience. Like there may be situations where it is a lot faster, and I think over time it's definitely a lot more future-proof and hopefully more efficient as well. But I don't know if that's enough to really justify upgrading. There are a few new features on here. The watch also comes in two different colors for each size. So you have graphite and silver for the larger version and graphite and cream for the smaller version of the watch. But otherwise, the display, the materials, the buttons, the biosensor on the back, the straps, everything else about this watch is really going to be identical. The price on this watch is $379 for the smaller version and $459 for the larger version. I will have links down below, but honestly, I'm also going to put links there to the last generation Galaxy Watch 8 because I think depending on how Samsung changes the prices here, you could save probably a good bit of money buying the previous generation and honestly get basically the same watch. But Samsung has some new features, specifically in the health and wellness aspect of this watch. Some of them are new, some of them are familiar, some of them have been around a little bit or borrowed from other brands. The first one we're looking at is called Vitals, which is based on 5 metrics: your heart rate variability, your temperature, your respiratory rate, and of course, your blood oxygen. You wear this watch for 7 nights and then it calibrates and then it'll give you a baseline of your vitals. Pretty familiar. I think Apple actually did the same thing for a while, but I'm really happy to see this come to the Galaxy Watch. And it feels like a lot of what Samsung's doing in the app, they did kind of redesign the app in the past year. I think it really focuses on giving you like one holistic metric for different aspects of your life, and you can tap into it. They'll tell you how they calculated that, what you can improve, and really break down all the metrics within there, which I'm actually quite happy about. I think it does a good job. And although I keep saying this is the same watch as last year, I actually do like this as a watch, and I think for most people, it still is a great buy to get the base level as opposed to the Ultra, as many people would like the slimmer, smaller watch. But going through the features, the next feature is called heart health. So your heart health score is based on 4 things that are not actually based on your heart rate. It's kind of interesting, but it makes sense. They do all impact your heart health. So your BMI, your blood pressure, your sleep score, and your total duration of vigorous activities all have a huge impact on your heart. And so those metrics alone just go into your heart health score. Samsung also gives you a daily cardio load, basically telling you when you should rest and how much you should push based on what you've done in the past week. And my favorite one is called Fitness Index, and this is based on a little pentagon chart with 5 different metrics. Your body composition, because just like before, this does have the body composition measurement capabilities, your cardio, your endurance, your flexibility, which is an interesting one, and your strength. Now, if you tap on the little eye, it tells you, how you can optimize these and what they're based on. And so flexibility, I was really curious, like how is this measuring flexibility? And it says it right here, it's summarizing based on body composition and other data collected. So maybe it's going to be stride length, maybe it's going to be like running pace. I'm not entirely sure what it's really basing that on, but I think that's kind of interesting that they include that. Nonetheless, I love that they give you one holistic score for that. So, early impressions of this watch. I highly recommend you check out the 2 links I have in the description down below. One is going to be the Galaxy Watch 9. The other one is going to be the Galaxy Watch 8. If you see a price difference of more than maybe like $40 or $50, definitely go with the Galaxy Watch 8. It is essentially the same experience, a slightly smaller battery, but honestly, I think that is absolutely a great watch to buy. I still really enjoy this watch, but if you want something that's a little bit more future-proof, and if the price difference is not very large, or if they just completely discontinue, like if you check out the Watch 8 link and it's just out of stock everywhere, this is still a fantastic watch. And I think for most people, the Galaxy Watch 9 is still going to be the best Galaxy Watch to buy, meaning instead of the Classic or the Ultra, like a slim, basic little watch that tracks your health, tracks your workouts, and is a lot more affordable than the Ultra, really is a pretty solid offering. I wish it was a little bit more exciting and a little bit more different this year, and I wish it had like a rotating crown or bezel, but you know what? This little watch is pretty solid. It's pretty recommendable, and if you're buying something like a new Samsung phone, it's very likely that Samsung is going to give you a perk to bundle in with this device. So be sure to check out those links, and if you haven't already, head on over and check out my review of the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2, which actually does have some pretty significant differences.